That's right, you can go right now to mayberryman.com for details on how you can get involved with this exciting project.
You have a movie theater in this town, right?
Oh, yeah. We got a real nice one down on Main Street.
Yeah.
They did some renovations last year and moved the ladies' room from the second level down to the lobby level. Real classy move.
Okay. That's great, Barney.
Hey, I haven't seen Kate smile like that in years.
Hey, I know who you are. You're the singing guitar player from that episode with the singing guitar player.
No, I'm not.
See, I have an aunt that lives in Augusta, and I was invited out there last summer, but I didn't end up going because she has this feral bird, Jimbo, who bit me when I was a kid, and I don't know, I've just been terrified of birds ever since, and, well, it gave me a rash, and my aunt, she's immune to it, I guess, by now.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Basically.
Yeah, are you free this weekend?
Hey y'all, Jacob Winter here, and I am so excited to announce that they are making Mayberry Man the movie into Mayberry Man the streaming series. So go ahead and join us by backing the project on Indiegogo and join the fun.
This is Floyd Lawson coming to you right here in Mount Airy, North Carolina. I'm at the Loaded Goat. Oh, it's a nice place. Not only that, there was a movie filmed here, Mayberry Man. Yeah, you can come just like they did on the Mayberry Man movie and eat at the Loaded Goat and have a nice dynamite burger or one of their other burgers. Voted one of the best hamburger places in all of North Carolina right here in Mount Airy. Oh, and when you drop by, be sure and tell them Floyd sent you. Yeah, maybe they'll, well, they probably won't do anything. Tell them I sent you.
Mayberry Man the movie was such a wonderful success that now it's going to be Mayberry Man the series. Isn't that exciting?
I guarantee this. If you love the Andy Griffith Show, you're going to love Mayberry Man.
Step back a little
Break
bit.
it up now. Break it up. You heard the man. Give him some room. Scooch, buddy. Scooch.
The way these guys can just gently become the characters, to me, it puts a smile on my face.
You know, when I was a boy, I actually wanted to be a barber. Yeah, but nobody would let me cut their hair. I used to get out back there and catch the neighborhood cats. Yeah, here's an example of somebody worked there.
They kill. They knock it dead.
It's real!
Dancing, clapping, gather with
And we're live. Hey guys, welcome.
Welcome everyone.
Thank you for joining us for another Wednesday night live. And we've got some fun stuff planned tonight. We've got Rik Roberts coming up, Barney from Mayberry Man. We've got a new perk to announce that we're going to share. And then Stark, you have some fun stuff for us, don't you?
Yeah, I think I had promised maybe going to the vault. Hoke Howell's keepsakes from over the years. He saved everything, so we're going to do that. Also, I'd like to thank everybody for contributing, coming out early. We're off to a great start, so I thank everyone for starting off with a bang.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're off to a terrific start. We're almost halfway to our goal. And you know, everybody's coming in with such enthusiasm. That's what's exciting. A lot of familiar faces and names coming back to join us again that were part of the movie and now want to be part of the series. So now you're actually ready to go look at the vault right now. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me go full screen on you and take us out to the vault.
Okay, let's take a little trip into the vault. We're going backstage. I feel like Johnny Carson right now. We're going to go out in the garage and we're going to dig into the archives of the Hoke Howell collection. This box right here. So let me get some stuff off of here. Okay, I'm going to open this up and we're not going to go through the entire box, but we'll go through some fun stuff. All right, where do I begin? He's got all kinds of stuff in here. Obviously, he's got scripts, photos. Oh, here, this is maybe interesting or maybe really boring. But this is residual checks, stacks and stacks and stacks of residual checks. Why he saved residual checks, I really don't know. But he was kind of a stickler for tax season, so I don't know. So I'm just gonna pull out the top one. I'm not really planning any of this. This is a 24 cents for a little movie called Ransom with Mel Gibson, directed by Ron Howard. 24 cents, that's where the big money is right there. Now, of course, he made more than that on some. I feel like the Great Karnak. So let's see here. This is from, well, here's something. Here's a movie that was made in 1960, The Hustler with Paul Newman. And on that, he made $8.94. 40, 50 years later, he's still getting $8 from The Hustler. So we could go on, but I won't bore you. But I do want to, now I'm interested, I'm going to look for one more. What's this one? This is a little movie called Another 48 Hours with Eddie Murphy. There you go. He made a whopping $30.87 on that one. Another thing he had is a lot of scripts. Here's a Kung Fu. Anyone likes Kung Fu? I actually, I don't go and watch him shoot a whole lot of times, but I did go watch him shoot Kung Fu. That was in '75, I believe. And I drove over there and took pictures of him. Here's another Kung Fu photo. Here's a Gunsmoke from 1966. So that's kind of cool. Bonanza from 1972. This is a movie called Geronimo. Okay. So let me see if I can find. We've got a scene circle, so that must be a scene. Okay, so here, he always did a highlighter for all of his lines. His name is Billy. Matt Damon was Davis. He liked to add lines too. I don't know if directors like that, but he did. There's a Lost in Space. There's a Happy Days episode. There's definitely a Ron Howard connection going on here. This was one of 2 episodes he did. There's a Chips episode. Daniel Boone. We could go on, so we won't. What else we got in here? Oh, this actually is an original screenplay that Rance and my dad wrote together. That actually Ron bought it. He never made it, but he did buy it from them. But it's interesting because it's all original, and this obviously was a first draft because they went back and decided, and there's all kinds of notes. Eventually they polished it up, but this goes on and on and on and on. So scene numbers. I mean, this is all done for you nowadays, but this is how hard it was to write. I mean, it was a process. They didn't have programs doing it for you. Yeah, I walked uphill both ways to school when I was a kid, boy. And then every once in a while, he would come home with autographs for us. So I've got a nice little Jackie Coogan, Uncle Fester autograph made out to start. Boom. So that's cool. It's a movie he did with Jim Brown. This is probably the most valuable thing in this entire box. And this is an Andy Griffith Show original script from The Mountain Wedding. And we may come back to the vault at a future date, but right now I think we're going to lock it all back up, and we'll send it back to you, Court and Stark.
All right. So that was a fun little trip down memory lane. Oh, we lost Stark. I'm not sure what happened there. Well, so he must be out in the vault still. So Stark went through that obviously in advance and kind of put that together for us. And one of the things I wanted to comment on was the size of the residual checks are so low because, as he said, these are still coming in after all these years. So that's what the 32-cent checks are and all that. So, okay, And he's back.
I'm back. I lost internet connection.
Well, you're out at the vault, I guess. It's the reception's not out there. No, I
tripped
already
over the internet Wi-Fi cord,
obviously. But so that was a lot of fun. And the script that you were flipping through, in case people missed it, that was written by Hoke Howell and Rance Howard up in that office above the garage over at the Howard house. And that's what they did all day, every day, while you hung out with Ron and Clint, right?
That's right.
All right. So one of the things you showed in there was the script for Lost in Space. So I pulled a few little clips from Lost in Space as we kind of talk about that. So what we did over the weekend is we had a little promotion to encourage backers to back us, the first 100 backers. And so there it is. Help us reach 100 backers. And we did surpass the 100 backers. And we extended it all the way through July 4th weekend. And so there's some great scenes with Hoke Howell, with the robot getting knocked out. And the script that we're sending out digitally, it has his notes in it like this, as this was before highlighters were invented. He would just underline his sections. And you can see where he marked up things and added his own sort of improvised, or maybe they improvised on set, this whole bit with the red alert. We have the audio muted for copyright reasons. But if you can get a chance to watch this, if you get a copy of the script, you can follow along with the script. It is available online on, I think I even saw it for rent on YouTube. So that was fun. And I was thinking, Stark, what do you think? Should we go ahead and extend it all the way through today? If anybody contributes to the Indiegogo tonight.
That's a good idea.
All right. We'll send it out if you back us tonight. So
digital copy,
a PDF, but it's the whole thing. And what I didn't realize was in there when I saw it was you've got the call sheets, you've got all sorts of interesting stuff there. It's not just the script, right?
No, I scanned the call sheet too. So those are always interesting. He seemed to have saved them. They're always folded and inside each script. So I spent hours out there one day just looking at call sheets and just trying to imagine, what the production looked like. And we'll go back. I think I alluded to going back. Maybe we'll sit down and just kind of go through contracts. He had contracts that he had signed. There's an interesting contract that he had. It was down to 2 actors, him and one other person. And it's interesting to see what's in the contract. So,
and some personal correspondence, things like that. So yeah, that'll be fun to do. If you like this kind of stuff and you like what we're doing each week, make sure you hit subscribe and like the video on YouTube or Facebook. It just helps more people find what we're doing and help us get the word out about Mayberry Man to more people. So we have a guest tonight, as we mentioned, and it's Rik Roberts. So let's bring Rik onto the broadcast.
How's it going there, fellas?
Mr. Roberts.
The Invisible Man. I see you.
Very dark where you are.
Let's try this again. I'm going to try it again. Let's take 2. And let's bring Rik Roberts on.
Any better?
We can't see you for some reason. I can see you backstage, but I can't see you in the broadcast.
That's weird. Hey, bump me off and see if it helps.
It's more black.
Huh. I'm in. I guess you can hear me.
I can hear you. Yeah. Let's
Rik Roberts radio show.
Different arrangements, nothing, huh? All right. I'm not sure. Maybe you'll have to log out and log back in for us, Rik. There you go.
We'll fill filler.
So what we'll do is, why don't we go ahead and talk about the new perk? And we had teased that we'd be doing some fun perks. And one of the ones, we've just launched it. It's now live on the Indiegogo website, and it is for the opportunity to call action on the set. So for a full scene, no matter how many takes it is, you'll be the one to call action on the set. And it's a little different than the other perks. It doesn't include anything else. So if you already became a backer or whatever, that's fine. This is a standalone perk. And let's. Any thoughts on that, Stark? I know a lot of people think the director calls action, but that's not true, right?
Well, the director does call action. The
Well,
AD.
Well, it's usually the assistant director that says it.
I called action a lot.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I called action, and very rarely did Tom call action.
Okay.
So unless I'm stepping on his turf, I called action. So.
Well, he had his hands full. So, but a lot of times it can be the assistant director that calls action. So, but either way, you can have the opportunity to be on set, be right there next to the director, and call action. Maybe we'll even get one of those giant megaphones, just to make it more fun.
Maybe not.
No. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get Rik in here. There he is. Now we
Hey,
can see him.
what's going on, fellas?
Rik Roberts.
Yeah. So,
you got a green screen. You got anything on that green screen you can put there?
I think if I do that, I'll lose everybody. So
No,
I leave it the way it is.
So
maybe it's your white hat and your white skin.
So Rik, if we have someone call action on the set, are you going to intentionally mess up your lines so they get more chances?
I guess it depends on how much they're donating to the cause. If they went above and beyond, we'll do 10 takes.
Rik keeps forgetting his lines. We can't figure out why.
Yeah.
So actually that perk is priced at $250, and there's a limit of 10 of those. And so you just have to be available either in Mount Airy or Indiana or Los Angeles, wherever we're shooting. And then obviously on the shoot days, which can change, right? So you have to be a little bit flexible. But we thought that was a pretty good deal to hang out on the set and do that. So that should be fun. So Rik, I wanted to talk to you about the series, what you thought. If you're excited about that coming up, just share your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I'm excited to find out about, who I am when I'm not at the Mayberry Festival, when I'm not trying to correct Chris Stone's life and help him go the straight and narrow, and also to figure out how me and Alan, me and Floyd got together in the first place. So we seem to really know each other pretty well. We share moments in the car together as if we've been best friends for a long time. So I kind of want to know what our backstory is a little bit, and kind of figure all that stuff out, and what my occupation is. At the festival, you can be whoever you want to be, but you go home to somebody or something and some job, and just to kind of maybe see a glimpse of what that is, I think will be interesting as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And, hopefully we get to do the maximum number of episodes so we can kind of explore it as deep as we can and just see how all those different character arcs cross each other and where it leads. It's very exciting.
So I pulled a few behind the scenes photos from the production. Maybe the two of you guys, you were on set more than I was, certainly for these photos. Tell us a little bit about it. First shot, we got you outside Floyd's.
Yes.
What was going on in this scene?
Well, this one is when I believe Chris Stone is letting Alan and I know, or Floyd and I know, that there's a squad car out in North Carolina that we can take a trip to overnight and get back before anybody knows that we're gone. And a huge caper ensues once we get there. But I believe this is where he's trying to explain it to us. And this is the second time I meet Chris Stone in the film, and I don't know his name yet.
Yeah.
Right. And then here we are in North Carolina, and we go to find this car, and while we're looking for it, there's a theft going on. Yeah. And they send in me, and they want me to pull from my Barney Fife inspiration to stop the theft from going down. And I sort of do it just like Barney Fife sort of does everything, kind of backs into it and still comes out ahead sometimes.
So tell me about just being on set. You hadn't really known these folks before, right? I mean, you were kind of new to the whole tribute artist crowd, right?
Yeah, I knew Karen Knotts. You see her in this picture there. Yeah. I met her a few years earlier. Didn't really hang out with her a lot. We were at a conference together, but we met each other there and over a slice of pizza. So that was good to see her again. And I knew of Alan from getting the eBullet newsletter and following some of the stuff he does online with the podcast. But other than that, everybody was new to me. But I'll say after we got done shooting, it definitely felt like I had known all these folks for a long time. And that's another part of, doing the series that I'm looking forward to, is just seeing my buddies again. And we've seen each other quite a bit, from the movie premieres to doing different promotional things and different events. So I've got to know them a lot better, but it's always fun. I know I've got an event coming up with Alan pretty soon. I've got some shows coming up with Karen. So yeah, it's a ton of fun. And that last shot with the megaphone was first day. We're kind of getting everybody set, and Stark said, "Hey, go do a little bit of stand-up out there," which I thought was a good move, Stark, because nobody there really knew me either. So it gave them a chance to see my sense of humor and kind of where I came from, and kind of loosen everybody up in the audience or the crowd scene as well, so they can kind of get on board with the taping. And that was fun.
So this was a late night.
Yeah, this was the first of 2 late nights. It was chilly. We were happy to be seated inside the car at this point. And this is after we had stopped some major thievery from happening, and we're heading off in the squad car. It was a particularly bumpy road there in North Carolina, if I remember right. With a lot of oncoming headlights. But
I remember in between scenes when you guys got out to stretch your legs, I climbed in the car to get warm.
Yeah.
So I came across this shot. You were doing maybe a little Dirty Harry or something here.
Yeah, I thought while we had the gun and everything, and we had some daylight, to do a couple of fun shots outside. And I just like the angle of that. It reminded me of those old, Dirty Harry movies or any of those Westerns where you're messing with the wrong guy. And I thought, boy, I need to grab a photo of Fife all decked out with the gun while we got a chance here. I really liked the way that one came out. Even though it's not a scene in the movie, it was a fun thing. And then, of course, here we are finding the original squad car. And it's a little messed up, but I'm so excited to see it. And I can't wait to get behind the wheel and see what it feels like. And there I am, mugging and bugging like Barney Fife.
Yeah, poor Arnold, because he just bought this from another previous owner, and it was looking beautiful, like it was in the very end of the movie, and we just trashed it in a cinematic way. With we didn't really trash it, but I felt kind of bad for him because we're throwing leaves on it, we're throwing dirt on it, because it had to look like it's been at this lot for years, and so I felt bad for Terry. And I asked him, he said it cleaned up pretty well afterwards, but I felt bad that he had to clean it. We didn't even have a crew to clean it for him.
Yeah, I think there was some cornstarch in there. So then here's the fun girls outside of the mansion, like Chris Stone's mansion out in Hollywood. And of course, when Barney went to Hollywood, he wore a shirt like that and a hat like that to enjoy his vacation. So we had that set up. And then here we are with some of the Danville, Indiana area's finest who were in the movie, along with there's Terry in the plaid shirt, whose car we messed up, but he was a crook in this particular
scene. The cops and the crooks here. They all kind of made up at the end.
Well, that's the way it always is in these small towns. The cops and the crooks, who can tell the difference, right?
Well, yeah, Andy was pretty friendly with the criminals that came through. I always loved this shot of the two of you. Just the chemistry is like right there.
Yeah, we were having fun. That was obviously one of the first couple of days there, and still kind of hanging out. I think we were both just whispering to each other, how much fun are you having? I'm having more fun than you are, that kind of thing. And then here we are at the premiere out in Mount Airy.
Yeah, premiere weekend,
doing some signings. That was a lot of fun.
I think this was the Los Angeles premiere, right?
I believe so. Yeah, that was out there, that was a fun turnout too. And Alan's got on his cool Floyd blazer there with the barber pole on the side.
Here we are at Danville premiere. After the Q&A, you guys were signing posters.
Yeah, we had quite a few things to sign while we were there. And a lot of the backers from the first time around signed up to get the movie posters signed and all kinds of stuff. There was quite a bit. I know Court was in charge of organizing all that, but there was so many perks and things. I don't know how you kept track. It must have been a couple of spreadsheets overlapping each other to make sure everybody got what they needed.
It was quite a spreadsheet, no doubt about it. So the other thing is you and Alan got in the act of promoting the film like a good old-fashioned press junket, like the big boys. And you went on the Huckabee Show, which you have a connection. Why don't you let people know what your connection is with the Huckabee Show?
Yeah, so if you don't know what that is at all, Huckabee was the former governor of Arkansas, ran for president a while back. He has a TV show on TBN Network that airs on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. At that show, I warm up the audience twice a month. I come out and do my stand-up, get the audience ready for the show. Once a year, I go on the show as a stand-up. This past year, though, I flipped that opportunity to promote the show, promote the Mayberry Man. So I had Alan come on with me, and we got to talk about it. And Governor got to promote it, and I got to see it. I actually got to do a scene with Ray Stevens on the way in, where I wrote the script for that. So I had Ray Stevens say that he really enjoyed that movie. So we got
that was good. Good. Nice touch. Nice.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure we got an endorsement from Ray Stevens, who is one of my childhood heroes, both musically and comedically. And I've met him 3 or 4 times at different events, but it was just great timing that he happened to be there that night, so we could grab that and I could write that little script around it. But yeah, the Huckabee Show is a fun place to promote things, and we have a lot of people that have found out for sure about the Andy Griffith Andy Griffith Show fans that come out to that find out about the Mayberry Man movies. I always talk about it on the way out to get people some CDs and stuff like that, and have little cards printed up with the Mayberry Man information on it so they can go home and download it or watch it.
Do you think that we could do that again this time around with the series?
Yeah, so this is off the record, on the record, behind the scenes, but one of the producers there at the Huckabee Show mentioned that they might like to send a field reporter with me to one of the shoot days and just kind of shadow me the whole time and have that in the can. So when the series comes out, we can promote it again on the show, and they can show kind of what happened during one of the taping days. So that's the likelihood for sure.
Yeah.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
He has a big audience for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, any additional thoughts from either of you folks on the new part and the new perk we just announced to call action on the set?
Well, I learned that the director doesn't call action on the set.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool thing. The clapboard or whatever they call that it's digital now, so that was kind of cool to see. And for people who don't know what that is, you've got different cameras and microphones recording things on different SD cards. So when the clapper goes off, it creates a sound that we can all sync up. And I think some of the software just syncs it up automatically now. But you've got that and a time code on it, so you can get things organized a little quicker when you go to editing.
Yep.
Cool.
So anyway, that is live now on the Indiegogo page. And then again, as we said, we'll kick in the digital copy of the Lost in Space script that did that promo over the weekend. If you back tonight, and if you're watching this live, we want to give you that opportunity. And then if you like this video, if you like our updates, be sure to subscribe and hit like and share it. We're on all the social medias now, pretty much, including TikTok. You can see the Ray Stevens bit is on one of our TikToks. We shared that on TikTok. So
yeah.
You have to check it out. So that's what we have for tonight. We have some events coming up in Mount Airy on the 15th. We have Mayberry Man screening for free on Friday, July 15th at 2 p.m. at the Andy Griffith Museum. We're in Indianapolis at the Can Cinema on July 30th. We'll have tribute artists there and everything. I think, Rik, you're booked that around that date, so I'm not sure if you're going to make it up to Indianapolis, but let me know if you are. And then we've got a big event in Danville at the Royal Theater. It's kind of shaping up into a street festival. We'll have some squad cars and classic cars from the film. And Baraka Valley will be there with playing bluegrass music, and we'll have a screening of the movie. So lots of fun stuff through the end of our crowdfunding campaign, just trying to get people, get the word out about Mayberry Man, the series.
Yep.
So I guess that's it. Right, 30 minutes on the minute.
We are signing off again. Thanks everyone for joining us. We'll be back next week with some prizes. Stark's heading on vacation, so we probably won't see Stark next week. So we'll have to come up with some new guests. So, all right. Thanks everybody. Appreciate it.
Bye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.